Hi there, welcome back to my math channel MathWeb. Now I'm going to answer question number 8 from Cambridge International A-Level exam for Pure Math 1. This exam is taken in October-November session year 2024. Paper reference code is 9709/11. First part of this question, it is given that beta is an angle between 90 degree and 180 degree such that sine beta equals to A. Express tan²β minus 3 sine beta cosine beta in terms of A. Because beta is lying in second quadrant from 90 to 180, let me tell you the quadrants. We have 4 quadrants. Here is 0, 90 degree, and here 180 degrees, and here 270, and then complete cycle 360 degrees. Here all trigonometric ratios are positive, all positive, cosine positive, tan positive, and sine positive. This is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. We know that the beta is lying in this quadrant, in second quadrant, and in second quadrant cosine is negative, tan is negative. Okay, better we convert this tan square in terms of sine square and cosine square. You know the formula of tan square, that will be sine square over cosine square beta. This is the formula for tan theta is equals to sine theta over cosine theta. This is the basic formula, you should memorize. Okay, if it is a square, so it will be sine square over cosine square. So we can write here sine square beta over cosine square beta minus 3 sine beta cosine beta. Actually we have only sine beta value, that is A. We converted this one into in terms of sine and cosine. For we have the value for sine in terms of A, but we don't have value for cosine beta. Let me write both of these values here, like because sine beta is equals to A and cosine beta we can write as, according to the rule, it is equals to we know the formula plus minus 1 minus sine square beta. We can make this formula. The beta is in the second quadrant and cosine is negative in the second quadrant, therefore we will keep the negative value here, negative of square root of 1 minus sine square beta. Got it? So you have to use this value instead of positive value. Why I am writing here plus minus? Because there is a very famous formula. We can derive formula of sine square and cosine square from this formula, that is sine square theta plus cosine square theta is equals to 1. If you want to find the value of cosine square theta, we move this value to the right side. So cosine square theta will be equals to 1 minus sine square theta, and if you take the square root, we get the answer as plus minus. Okay, we'll get as 1 minus plus minus 1 minus sine square theta. Okay, so this is the value for cosine theta, plus minus. That's why I'm using it plus minus. Why I'm taking only negative sign? Because we know that beta lies in the second quadrant, and in second quadrant cosine is negative, therefore you have to use negative sign here. So negative, you have to keep this negative with this answer. 1 minus, it will be minus 1 minus sine square beta. Beta is A, so sine square will be A square. Use these values in this expression, we will get the result as sine square is A square, and if you take the square of this value, because it cosine is square here, so this negative becomes positive and we will get rid of the square root. So square answer will be 1 minus A square. Okay, minus 3 into value of sine beta, that is A, and value of cosine beta, that is minus of square root of 1 minus A square. What I did here, I just replaced the value for sine beta and cosine beta. This is the value of sine beta and this is the value of cosine beta. Okay, now you need to simplify. It will be A square over 1 minus A square. This minus and that minus makes it plus, so it will be plus 3A square root of 1 minus A square. So our result is in terms of A. Therefore this is the answer of the first part. It is as required. We want our answer in terms of A. So now everything is in terms of A, so you can stop it here. Okay, hopefully you understand it. Let's move on to the next part. Solve the equation sin square theta plus 2 cosine square theta equals to 4 sin theta plus 3. We have to use the same identity to solve this one. So best thing, you can replace the value of cosine square theta. Cosine square theta value is, I already told you, cosine square theta is 1 minus sin square theta. So we can replace cosine square theta with 1 minus sin square theta here. So it will be sin square theta plus 2 into 1 minus sin square theta equals to 4 sin theta plus 3. Now bring everything here, so it will be a quadratic in terms of sin square theta. So sin square theta equal plus, expand the bracket, it will be 2 minus 2 sin square theta, and you bring these two values here, so it will be minus 4 sin theta minus 3 equals to 0. These two identities are same, like terms, so you can solve them together. It will be minus sin square theta minus 1 sin square theta minus 4 sin theta, 2 minus 3 will be minus 1 equals to 0. Because there is negative throughout, so to get rid of that negative, you can multiply by negative 1 to get rid of this negative sign. So it will be sin square theta plus 4 sin theta plus 1. We can solve this equation by using quadratic formula. Let me tell you the quadratic formula here, because it is the quadratic equation in terms of sine. So we will get the answer for sin theta, that is equals to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. We can use this formula here. Plug the values. Minus b is 4, so it will be minus 4 plus minus b square is 4, 4 square will be 16 minus 4a, a is 1, the coefficient of sine will be 1, and c is the constant number, so it will be 1 divided by 2 into 1. Sin theta is equals to minus 4 plus minus, solve the value under the square root, it is 12, square root of 12 is 2 square root 3, okay, use calculator, divide by 2. So sin theta will be equals to minus 4 plus 2 square root 3 divided by 2, and here this value sin theta is equals to minus 4 minus 2 square root 3 over 2. If you use calculator and write as is in your calculator, you will get the answer as minus 2 plus square root of 3, because 2 can be cancelled, you can take it common, or you can write as is in your calculator, you will get the answer. If you convert this one into decimal, actually we are getting the answer as minus 0.2679, like this, okay. And also write this value as is in your calculator and press equal, we will get the answer as minus 3.73, okay. So if you remember the values of sine, the minimum value for sine is minus 1. We know that minimum value for sine function is minus 1 and maximum value of sine function is 1. This is the range of the values of sine. The minimum for sine function is minus 1, maximum is 1. But this value is smaller than minus 1, okay. Therefore you can reject it, we cannot solve it, so we'll reject this part. Our solution will be from here. To solve this part, we always find the reference angle. Reference angle we always consider without negative sign. Negative sign is just deciding in which quadrant terminal arm of the angle lies. So you ignore the negative sign and take the inverse of this value. We will find the reference angle 0.2679. Make sure your calculator should be in degree mode. So our answer is 15.5 degrees, and this is the reference angle actually. And this sine function is negative. We know that sine is negative in, as I told you earlier in the previous part, sine is negative in third and fourth quadrant. Terminal arm of the angle will be in third and fourth quadrant. So here let me draw. So terminal arm of the angle will be here in the third quadrant and also in the fourth quadrant. So this is the terminal arm of the angle, and reference angle is this one. This angle is reference angle. So it is 15.5 degrees. Okay, this angle is 15.5. This angle is 15.5. So we got the reference angles here. But whenever you are writing the solutions, we always write the solution from positive x-axis. This is x-axis, positive x-axis. Here we know that 90 degree, here is 180 degrees, and here is 270 degrees, and this one is 360 degrees. Actually, we measure the angle anti-clockwise from positive x-axis. You need to find this angle. It is clear from this diagram even. We will add this reference angle to 180 to find the first angle. So first angle of theta will be equals to 180 plus 15.5 degrees. So this will be the one answer. Okay, 195.5 degrees. So this is the one answer. Other answer you could find from here to here, right? From here to here, this angle. If you subtract this reference angle from 360, you will find that angle. Therefore, the other answer will be equals to 360 minus 15.5. Hopefully you understand from this diagram why we are subtracting this reference angle from 360 degrees. So we'll get the answer as 344.5 degrees. 344.5 degrees. So these are two answers for this part. Hopefully you understand it. Still, if you have a doubt or you want to write any comment about this question, please write in the comment box. Thank you.